Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We just went on a bear hunt in the woods and discovered a corpse of a man asking if we could speak with his... well, the corpse of a man who was betrayed by his friend, and we are going to go get revenge for him, maybe. But first, I wanted to show you something pretty cool. The journal. So, the journal, of course, has your quests and all that, but it also has your biography. And the biography is cool because everything you do, it starts filling it out for you. It gives you a little background, especially on the choices you made for your personal background, and dialogue and stuff. Your family belongs to the upper crust of society, and your upbringing provides you with many advantage over the lower-born. You have had access to a first-rate education, and are no stranger to extravagant parties, dances, hunting for sport, and the political concerns of the landed nobility. So yeah, because of the background I chose, that's my story. And because of the things I've said to Kaliska, it may have changed it in certain ways. But also, any visions you have for the main story appear here. The long list of afflictions and injuries, and probably everything else. The bestiary. That's cool. I like the pictures. And of course, tutorials. So, we wanted to go talk to that man's friend, who is somewhere in this town. But there's someone else we need to talk to too. Someone who is very important for our whole reason being here. Can I not turn that off? Oh, there we go. Well, not very important for our reason being here, but it's something that we should do as a kindness. Oh, so I wanted to show you that too, is if you talk to these people with the gold backgrounds, like I was saying in 2 episodes ago, maybe 3, you basically use your watcher stuff to reach out for their soul and learn about their past and everything, and their life before, their previous existence in this plane. But we're going to Alfra's home. A Deerwoodian woman stands in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Good day, stranger.
Well, finally, I was starting to think... The woman makes a startled noise when she turns around and sees you. Oh! I'm sorry, I was expecting someone else. She gives a cautious smile. Can I help you? I just arrived in Gilded Vale. I thought I'd get to know the locals. Also, I'm just some creeper person who barges into houses. Were you with one of the caravans? She looks at you hopefully. Master Odemas by chance? You knew Odema. Well, no more than most here, I'd say. He doesn't usually come this way, but they say he's a reliable old fellow. She pauses, brows furrowing. Wait, why do you say new? I'm sorry, but the caravan was attacked. I was the only one to survive. Alfra covers her mouth with a hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kaliska was always so certain she could take on any danger. Alfra sniffs. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Alfra's face crumples, and a solitary tear slides down her cheek. That's mean. Kaliska mentioned that she thought you needed help. Perhaps I can provide some assistance. Alfra looks at you with some surprise before dabbing at her nose with the sleeve. That's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. Alfra wipes at her eyes. I'm worried about the baby. About the legacy. I told Kaliska as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Radric, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. She sniffs. With my Hathort gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. I hoped Kaliska would help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child from being hollowborn. But she moved south to Anslog's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am. But I don't have anyone else, now with Kaliska gone. More tears run down her face. Please, please, can you help me? I'll find Ragna for you. Alfred blinks, eyes wide. You will? Oh, gods bless you. Here, I'll give you coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of, well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. Gilded Vale, slight positive, and I've gained 20 copper. Anslog's Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. She clasps her hands together. Thank you again, truly. You'll be saving us both. She sets a hand on her stomach, smiling through her tears. Okay. I liked Kaliska, so I'm gonna help her sister. And also, in these games, I'm bad at being a bad person. If someone wants help, I want to help them. Honestly, the first RPG I really ever played was KOTOR, and I didn't understand how RPGs really were that time. So I was just like, oh, I'm not going to help these people and get loot or anything, or get money or XP. I'm just going to help these people because it seems like the right thing to do. And just dumb innocent me was just like, oh yeah, I'm going to be super kind and helpful to people. That's not dumb and innocent. I mean, it's pretty accurate to what I'd do if I was in this situation where I could actually go out there and do something. Maybe. I'd like to think I'd do that. This man and woman appear to be having a deep conversation, working at closing 2 bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Good day to you.
Can we help you? She looks to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this man, Nonton? Nonton coughs. Yes, I think we met in the Valewood, yes? I warned him about the bear. He inclines his head. Glad to see you've made it. Was there something else you wanted? You two are in good spirits for people who just lost a friend. That's unkind of you to say. I'm grieving my husband, in my fashion. I'm only sorry I could not convince him to leave Gilded Vale before this happened. I'm relieved to be rid of this terrible place. That's all. It's cost me the greater part of my life, and now my husband, and I'm glad to be free of it. You two seem to be in a hurry. Yes, I imagine so, Ingrid laughs. We've packed for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay, and she looks at Nonton. Well, in truth, I think I've had my fill of this town. Nonton reaches to take her hand. It's time for some new scenery, he says. I know what really happened in that bear cave, Nonton. The color drains from Nonton's face. I don't know what you mean. I told you the truth of it. Are you accusing him of something? Ingrid looks to Nonton, touching his arm. If this is about the accident, we're both grieving Pearlie's loss. But it was a wild animal's doing. Nonton shakes his head minutely. You see a tremble in his hands. What would make you suggest such a thing? Stop, I have no patience for cowards and liars. Nonton flinches, but meets your gaze. After a moment, he sets his jaw and nods. Fine. I confess it. I did it. I saw to it he'd never leave that cave. His hand falls to his sword belt, and I'd do it again. Nonton, wait! Ingrid raises a hand. I don't know what you saw in that cave, but that isn't what you think. Pearlie, my husband, he was as much a beast as that bear. I tried to leave the first time I suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. She looks away, expression pained. Nonton, we bet, and I knew I'd found someone special, someone kind, who cared for me. Please, all we want is to leave this place, to start somewhere else. She looks down at the satchels. We've some coin saved up. You could have it. If you'll only let us go. Keep the money. Use it to start your new life. Ingrid blinks, surprised. Then, thank you. Truly. I'm glad you understand. Only, here, take this at least. I hope it brings you luck. She looks to Nonton, smiling. We have a long journey ahead of us. You've gained the minor ring of deflection. Sweet. I wish you well in your travels, stranger. We won't forget this. Level up. He's pretty much just going to be all stealth. Okay, and we also have some gear we can equip. With that ring, which is definitely going on Din. And the gloves that we got off that corpse, up in the up on the rocks, up on the ruins, which give us a dexterity +2, which will be good for my bow. And then we're gonna loot the rest of their house, because they didn't take everything. This bottle of Sunreed is half empty. Well, we have finished our side quest of the bear hunting incident. Pretty sure it has a better name than that, but we're just going to call it the bear hunting incident, because why not? Black Hammer Smithery. Oh, we can sell some stuff. So, I want to make the rest of the D&D characters that I was planning on doing with where John is from, but I think I'm going to wait till I have enough money to do them all in one episode. So we will work on that slowly. This Alma man is an impressive build. This Alma man is of an impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is the dusky blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. Small ears frame a square-jawed face coated in smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. "Welcome! You're the first new face I've seen here in quite some time. What can I do for you?" "Is this your shop?" "That it is. Been here near on 20 years now. Seen all manner of things over the years, good luck and bad." Tautanu glances at the guard standing watch over at the wall. Tautanu glances at the guard standing watch along the wall. "But the Black Hammer smithery remains." "What do you have here?" "You come to us at a strange time, I'm afraid. The stock's not what it used to be, but we've fine weapons and armor to offer yet. All forged right here at the Black Hammer." "What happened?" "We just don't have the supplies. Been expecting the next delivery for near on a week now, and haven't seen a sight of it. Have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road out east is crawling with them. Or my workers have ran off with the wagon themselves. Maybe to make some coin." Tautanu snorts. "As if that lot would dare." He's right about the bandits. The dire situations in villages like this, and the exodus to the cities that created far too many opportunities for unscrupulous sorts. Tautanu scratches his jaw, thinking. "If you happen to be heading that way, maybe you could keep an eye out for a supply wagon. Or my shipment, at least. They'd be cutting through Black Meadow, I expect. Only good road for it. As it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace Lord Raedric." Tautanu glances at the nearby guard. "And that's as it should be. But it doesn't leave much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron." "I'll find you supplies." Tautanu nods. "Then you have my thanks. You bring those supplies back and I'll have plenty more to offer you, a discount to start. Oh, and if you find my workers, tell them to hurry up, or they can take up farming instead." Now, I kind of want to go through town and do everything. I don't know if you guys want to watch that or not, but let me know if it's something you're interested in, if you like the side quests, because I'm kind of enjoying it, but I can skip those and do those myself. But yeah, we got an interesting one here. "We know there's more grain in there, Trumbell. We won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops." A muffled shouting emerges from inside the mill. "The first of you drunkards come through the door to get a shot between the eyes. God's hear me, Swain, and I'll put you down like a dog." "Come away for now, lads, but we'll be back, Trumbull. And we'll have fair prices, or by the flame, we'll have a reckoning." Let's save.